I'm John, and tonight I want answers about Nike and Robin and the 25th Amendment. There's no stopping us now because we're live.
John wants answers. John wants answers. Give John answers. Give John answers. John wants answers. John wants answers. Give John answers now.
Check your calendar. If it says September 13th, 2018, then we're live. On the show tonight, it's the legendary Keith Stattenfield. He's busy tweeting. Don't mind him.
I didn't have time to tweet that I was going to be on the show until now, so now I'm tweeting it.
We're running behind. We were surprised the show was starting right now. No
Tweet.
Sunday morning.
Okay, now people will watch us now.
And you can take our tweets. You can tweet us at John Wants Answer, and then later on in the show, we'll read the tweets that came in during the show, and we'll make fun of them. We usually, not really fun of you, but fun of the tweets.
Yeah.
But if
you have to put the word ferret in the tweet so we know you're not a bot. Just hashtag ferret. Secret word for the show is ferret.
Okay, sounds good. If you don't like Twitter, you can go to our website, johnwantsanswers.com, and from there, just click on the contact page. And there's a robot button too. You just press the robot button, say I'm not a robot, and you can tell us what you really think of the show.
Yeah, unless you are a robot.
Then you wouldn't know how to press the button. And then you won't be able to identify what squares have street signs in them.
Yeah. I've always wondered, doesn't your company do that thing?
It's called machine learning.
Don't you already know how to identify? I would hope, given what you're working on, that you can identify street signs in a photo. It's just if you need me, if I'm not clicking quick enough, does a car just roll through the stop sign?
The opinions stated here are my own and not necessarily those of my company.
Oh, hey, hey, now I guess we know.
I have some old business to get to.
Okay.
Last month, we talked about wildfires. And I said, hey, we don't have wildfires in cities because there's too much concrete.
Yeah.
Days later, I'm driving down San Tomas Expressway.
Okay.
And it's on fire. And by that, I mean there's grass on the side of this expressway.
It's on fire.
That's on fire.
Yes, not concrete.
And so, I dial the 911, and I say, fire on San Tomas. And before, I just say San Tomas, and they're like, yeah, we know about it. Someone's coming to get it.
Called
they didn't seem very excited at all.
Well, they're in a concrete building, so they're safe.
Well, yeah, but even so, San Tomas Expressway is asphalt. It's not going to get on fire. Then there's this brick sound wall, and the fire was in between the two, so the fire had nowhere to go. I mean, it could have climbed a tree, I guess.
Could have caught your car on fire. Your car's flammable.
And at the speeds I drive, it wouldn't have any chance to ignite.
The wind would just put the fire out?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Plus, I don't know, is my car that flammable? It's like...
You ever seen a car catch fire?
I once saw a car get enveloped by a volcano.
Not the same. No, I did see that. It's not the same. Think of a volcano's headed for almost anything. That thing is flammable.
Okay.
Or at least...
Okay, let's see the topic board. Tonight, we have drinks with human names, Canadian wildlife, traitors, no sex for you, Keith and John get it on, or creepy or hilarious. Yeah. All right, Keith,
this is going to be a
one
great
you have picked tonight?
Show. This is very difficult. I mean, normally it's clear which topic I should pick. I'm going to say drinks with human names for 200. 200. Okay. Drinks with human names for 200.
Let's see what we have there. Margarita!
The Margarita! I do like margaritas.
I remember you telling me that you went to Mexico.
We did.
The land of Margarita, where it was invented.
Land of tequila.
Okay. And you had the best margarita in your life.
Best lime margarita in my life.
And so I was wondering, what factors make a margarita the best?
In this particular case,
and instead of
fresh limes. Fresh limes.
We can
there were some very fresh limes there.
I have some limes here.
There was some tequila. It was very good tequila. I think they put a tad of triple sec in. That is nice tequila.
Yeah, it's 100% agave.
Yeah, 100% blue agave, 100% pure agave.
And you said triple sec, right?
Triple sec, yeah. I mean,
I got some triple sec.
Reviews are mixed. That's very cheap triple sec, but we'll really make it work.
It's the best they had.
Okay, that's not surprising.
I was looking at the internet.
Yeah.
YouTube is a good place to learn how to make drinks, I guess.
Yeah.
and they said,
yeah, Cointreau. You could also use Cointreau.
Cointreau, which is some orange liqueur.
Yeah. It's like fancy
And,
triple sec.
Agave
And a tad
nectar.
of agave nectar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to get fresh limes from my backyard, but my tree had no
tree did
limes.
not cooperate.
So I got limes from the grocery
Okay.
store.
So you got a cutting board there?
I got a cutting board, yeah.
Okay.
So here's that.
There you go, cutting board.
You need a knife for that?
It depends on how. Yes.
You're not going to tear that to a lime.
I mean, it's doable, but.
All right.
Okay, hang on.
I don't want to stab you with this. There's a.
Well,
there's a
you
knife.
might want to stab me with it, but let's not. Okay, we got a knife.
All right.
You got a juicer? You got a juicer?
I do have well, you need this. But I have a juicer here too.
Don't necessarily need this.
This is one of those things I was telling you about. Like it's appeared in my house
okay.
and then it never left.
Ice? Do you have ice?
I was very worried about the ice. Like,
Of course you were. I
'Cause, you know, I
ice
took out
is
of the
hard to
freezer.
get in most places.
it's this homegrown organic ice. I
Wow.
made it myself.
Wow. Did you chip it out of a glacier?
So
Man,
here's-
how exciting. Okay, we got some ice. I like how you put ice bags in to keep the ice cold.
Yeah. I don't want that.
That's not necessary.
Those would have melted. I put this in my car at 9 a.m. this morning.
Wow.
And it lasted all day because I put it in ice.
Okay.
All right. Let's see, what else do you need? Oh, I have one of these.
We make it two? Are we making it for two?
No, well, if anyone in the audience wants one.
Yeah, okay.
I have one of these. It's
We'll
called,
work it out.
what is this called? A jigger. I got a jigger.
Yeah, it's a jigger. Okay.
Oh, you're going to need some salt for the
Yes,
rim.
for the rim.
Yes.
Why do we have two glasses if you're not having margaritas?
It's for, decor. I brought this for the ice cubes. You just,
I didn't
you didn't need that.
I
You
didn't
just
need
went
that.
right in.
Okay.
All right, how are you doing this?
I'll use one of these, but
How many
gonna
limes do
figure
you
it
have
out.
to use to make?
I'm gonna eyeball it. Talk amongst yourselves, people. Do we have a topic? Do we have a real topic?
All right. While Keith is making this, let's see the topic board. All right. Which one do you want to look at next? Why don't we watch a video?
The Canadian wildlife video?
Yeah, while
Sure.
we make this delightful drink. So, Canadian Wildlife for 200. It's the robin.
Robins aren't Canadian.
They have robins in Canada.
The robin is one bird that almost everyone recognizes. Its cheerful song usually signals the beginning of spring. It nests in trees and bushes, and even occasionally in buildings. 3 or 4 bluish-green eggs are incubated by the female for 12 days. The newborn robins are fed a diet of earthworms, caterpillars, moths, and other insects. It takes about 13 days for the young to fly, and during that period, many of them fall prey to cats, squirrels, and crows. The robin will vigorously defend its territory against other intruders, even a stuffed robin. For more information about the robin, contact the Canadian Wildlife Service, Ottawa.
And welcome back. We're making margarita. We're doing the tequila. So how much are you putting in? 3
jiggers.
3 jiggers of tequila. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so what are you putting in next after this?
Let's do some Cointreau.
See, according to YouTube, I thought it spelled with a Q, like Cointreau.
Yeah,
So I'm at like Bev mode trying to find Cointreau, and asking the guy. He goes like, "It's right there, man." And I'm like, "Where?" And it's spelled with a C. So like I'm blind.
See, I had 3 of this, so I want 2 of those. It's all proportions.
All right. Are you going to have any triple sec?
No, because Cointreau and triple sec are
Oh.
roughly the same thing.
Okay. How about some?
We'll put a touch of agave in. You might not.
You need to put like some lime on the rim.
I do, yeah.
And dip it in the salt.
I'm just gonna eyeball it. There we go.
All right.
Okay, we get some lime. See, mine, I would be able to get more juice out of these limes with my juicer at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just found that juicer.
Yeah. Someone leave it at your house?
Someone left at my house. All right.
We got one at the house. Do two. We got people in the audience. They want some.
Or maybe even in the booth.
In the booth.
Yeah.
Okay. After this thing, people just leave stuff at your house, huh?
People move in, bring their stuff with them. They move out. They don't always take all the stuff. So you're saying use triple sec or use orange liqueur, but not, not both.
It's a little classier with orange, with Cointreau.
Oh, so we're in a classy show here.
There we are. Sure you want to sip? You don't want to sip?
No, thank you. But I believe audio guy, I think, wanted some, or or the director wants some. I think the whole booth wants
We got some left. Let me. We'll tap this one off to them.
All right. We can make more drinks.
Does the floor direct? Yeah. Well, I'll work on more in a bit. Okay, so I give it a shot.
That the best you ever had?
Best I've ever had on TV.
How many have you had on TV?
One now.
Okay.
Yeah, this is up there. It's very good.
What could we've done to make it better?
I would have to think about that. I don't have hugely high standards for my booze.
Oh.
So it's very passable. Like it's a good margarita.
Would you expect this kind of margarita in Mexico?
Yeah, I would.
You would.
With the limes. Yeah, I mean, you're in a bar here. I'd expect this kind of margarita.
Oh, okay.
Although low-end bar, they'll just have lime juice. They won't squeeze the limes for you in real time.
I know. Like the guy at Bevmo said, we have no limes. We have lime juice. And I'm like, no.
Yeah. You need a lime. You need a lime squeezer.
My sidekick.
I mean, in my house, when I make drinks, I just have lemon juice and lime juice because I'm not going to keep limes around for those rare occasions when I want to make myself a margarita.
How often do you make yourself a margarita?
Well, now that I think of it, a lot more often. I mean, I should just get some limes.
All right.
I do have a lemon tree, so I mean, I make lemon drops and whiskey sours.
I have a lime tree, but it's out of season, I guess. I have a lime tree, I have a lemon bush, and I have many orange branches that come over my fence into my land. All right. So now that you're all liquored up,
we have a floor director that wants to take this to the other people.
That's what I'm wondering. Can we pass this margarita to the
pass it around to the audience. They can all share. Except for that guy. He's just going to drink it all.
All right, let's see the board of topics, the categories. Next we have what? What do we have next?
I'm going to go traders. Traders for 200.
Mikey!
What?
So there's controversy about Nike these days.
Yeah.
Ever since they ran some ad. We have the ad right here. Let's see it. That's not the ad.
That's not the ad.
No. There it is.
Yeah.
Believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything. Who is that guy?
Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick.
He's a former football player for the 49ers, San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, that's the local team.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
So-
go local sports team.
My first question is, how does he fit a helmet on his head with all that hair he has? Have you seen his hair goes like out to here? Well, you can't really say in this photo, you can't see too well, but if you see him, walking down the street, his hair's out to here.
No one has ever asked me that before.
Okay.
Like, I don't know how they fit that. Maybe he trims it shorter for football season? I mean, he's not playing football right now. That's kind of part of the controversy.
Yes.
So maybe he's okay with having longer hair.
So why was that ad controversial?
It was controversial because it's Colin Kaepernick.
Okay.
And Colin Kaepernick has been one of the leaders of the NFL national anthem football protests, even though he's no longer in the NFL. I mean, currently he's trying to bring awareness to the Black Lives Matter issue, with advocacy, and it's his belief that by kneeling during the national anthem, he is trying to make the country aware that, in his view, the police are, they're killing too many black guys when they could do better.
They could kill less black guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when Colin Kaepernick was the quarterback for the 49ers, he originally started staying on the sidelines during the national anthem, and no one paid much attention to it. And then at some later point, he started kneeling during the national anthem because he thought that kneeling was more respectful than just staying on the sidelines and kind of ignoring it. And that created a firestorm. There are lots of other players in the NFL that have kind of taken up the same thing.
Right.
And it has become kind of one of our current political wedge issues, where the conservatives are using it to imply that NFL players don't care about the country, or they don't care about the national anthem, or they don't care about the military, and ignoring what they're actually trying to say they care about.
Right.
And President Trump in particular has been very derogatory towards the NFL players. He's implied they should just be fired, that they should have to stand up for the national anthem.
So it's
and they have pushed back because they don't agree with President Trump, and now it's a huge to-do.
So it's a polarizing issue where Republicans on one side
primarily,
are angry about it, and then liberals on the other side are, behind Colin and his cause. Was that fair to say?
Or behind Black Lives Matter, or think that they're just drawing way too much attention to this and implying bad. Yeah, it's a huge.
So his plan, his idea in his head is he's protesting the treatment of black people by police in this country.
Yes.
And that's his goal. And then people have taken that to mean other things, like
they've claimed he's saying other things, that he's implying other things, that by not standing for the national anthem, he's disrespecting the troops.
So that part I don't quite understand, because so the flag is there representing America, and he's saying, I have a problem with America. Why does that transfer into people thinking he has a problem with the troops? Does the flag necessarily mean the troops?
I think it's not a great connection, but they want to I think there's a belief that we need to distract people away from the issue they're trying to bring attention to, and so they are falsely impugning his motives to something that a lot of people say, oh yeah, that's bad, right? I mean, I don't think in general we should disrespect the American military. And so if you can say someone is disrespecting the American military, then they immediately become the bad person. You don't need to listen to them.
Right. And I don't think his goal is to disrespect any military. But here's my thought on the topic. So our military, brave soldiers, they're out there fighting and protecting us. And what are they fighting for? Well, they're fighting for our freedom, right?
Generally,
and our democracy. And I think one of the things when you fight for freedom, you're fighting for people's rights to protest.
You are.
Many countries, Russia probably, North Korea probably, I'm thinking Iran, you can't protest very safely.
It's harder.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I think our military are fighting for that right. And so I think they would be happy to see people take advantage of this rights that they're fighting so hard for us to have.
I would entirely agree with you. Maybe you should send a letter.
Maybe I'll run
1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington D.C.
Right.
Comma D.C. I don't remember. Do you put D.C. twice, or is it just once?
I think it's just once.
It's Washington, comma District of Columbia.
What's the zip code over there?
Isn't it 10101, or is that New York? I don't remember. I bet if you just wrote Washington, D.C., you would get there.
You'd get there.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Their post office knows where it is.
And I'm sure, like Donald Trump reads every letter that comes in, right? Personally,
Right?
while he's eating his Big Macs at night.
Well, probably in the morning.
Oh, okay.
So that'd be a breakfast sausage.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
those are good. I like.
They
those
are
too.
good. Yeah, the cheese and the little.
I just get mine
Muffin?
biscuit, sausage biscuit. That's all I get, and a hash brown.
Yeah. No more donuts, I heard.
Oh, a doctor said no more donuts.
Yeah.
That's over.
Yeah, you can't listen to doctors, though.
No. So, how does it hurt Nike for people to burn the clothing they've already purchased from Nike?
Well, if someone purchases a new set of Nike shoes every 6 months, and then they get peeved at Nike, and then they burn their Nike and they post the video, that doesn't hurt Nike. But if they never buy another Nike shoe, that doesn't help Nike.
Yeah. I went to a store.
Yeah?
Just this weekend.
Yeah.
With a friend.
Yeah.
And she was wanting to buy clothing for her son, and there
Okay.
was like a sweatshirt there, and it had said Nike on it. I
Yeah.
go, you should buy the Nike sweatshirt.
And?
So she did. So I think like currently, Nike is seeing a big boost in sales. For people like us who are like, hey, we support.
They said that, like in the week afterwards, their online sales were up 31%.
Yeah. So like we support Nike for supporting this guy.
Yeah.
Who's standing up.
This is my limit, unless I got a designated driver, man.
You came with the director. Maybe she
I
didn't
did.
ride.
I did. Yeah, but she doesn't like to drive.
Oh, okay. All right. We have tweets coming in.
Wow.
I want to read the tweets that are coming in.
Okay.
Did you hear them? They make
No,
a noise
no.
when they
I
come
heard
in.
the buzzing,
They go buzz when they come in.
but I didn't know if that was you or one of your girlfriends or what.
Let's see what we have here. Oh, we got a whole pile in here. John Wants Answers tweeted, "We are streaming live over the internet, so don't miss us." Scott Canaster says, "Doesn't the Robin go with the Batman?" We don't have a Batman video. I don't think it's getting back to Canada.
We have to pay DC, and I hear they have good lawyers.
Keith, are you old enough to drink?
I am. I
Yes.
am old enough to drink.
He's very old.
I'd be willing to show my ID on the air
Really?
to you,
Oh.
like not to the camera.
Yeah, yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'll memorize it and I'll steal your identity. If you
Okay.
serve booze, will you get more people in studio? If we promised booze,
Yes.
every episode.
Yes, you would.
See, now you're.
I could learn a new drink recipe every time.
Wow, this could be like a whole different show.
Yeah.
Drinking
yeah.
with
Drinking
John and
with Keith.
Yeah. Kaepernick wore his hair tight, usually cornrows, when playing. Oh,
That makes sense.
See, Scott knows
That makes
about
sense.
sports.
Yeah,
he knows.
yeah.
Okay.
He watches the footballs, I bet.
In my experience, he watches a lot of the hockey, the pucks,
Yeah,
and
he
the
does watch the
baseballs.
hockey and the
With
baseballs.
The baseballs and the bats.
There's probably a lot of similarities between baseball and football, though.
They're all
they
balls
both
and
have balls.
running. There's some
Yeah,
running
I
in
think
all
there's
of them.
some running.
Oh, and skating. Yeah, running.
All right, well, let's
Helmets?
speak no more of hockey.
There's helmets. In the classic 1979 movie Americathon, Nike was an acronym for National Indian Knitting Enterprises.
Oh, someone's making shit up on the internet.
Did Nike, was that like, did they exist in 1979?
I
think
maybe
so. I think so.
could be, like shoes did.
Ooh, and then Loretta Beavers, I believe she is our director.
Yeah, I think she is.
A veteran asked Kaepernick to kneel to honor the fallen
Yeah,
comrades.
yeah, I knew
the
that. I
way
didn't get to
Richard
it,
does.
but yeah,
Yeah, so initially he was just sitting down,
yeah, he stayed on the bench.
which I guess was terrible, more terrible. And then an actual veteran said, "Hey, this is what you do. You kneel, because
You kneel to
kneeling
show
is what
respect."
veterans actually do.
Yeah,
to show respect
for
to
a fallen colleague.
fallen colleagues. Yeah,
Yeah.
So man, he's in the right no matter how you look at it. I don't know how anyone could argue with that, but people do. So, given that, let's see the board of categories. All right, what are we going to do now?
I'm going to do what I never do. I'm going to stick with traders for 400.
Wow. Let's see what else you have for traders. The 25th Amendment. All right, what is the 25th Amendment?
I think the piano guy's closer this time.
You hit the shift over because
Okay.
there's some deterioration back there. He was
Okay,
like,
it could be.
the drywall was falling down.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's good to know. Yeah, we should. Yeah.
we got 3
25th
minutes.
Amendment to the U.S. Constitution,
Uh-huh.
adopted I think in like 1967.
It's pretty recent.
1969, in the late 60s.
Oh yeah, okay.
Clarifies and really sets the rules for when the president dies or resigns or something new, is unable to fill the duties of the presidency. How can they replace the president?
Okay.
Because it wasn't quite clear from the original Constitution. It kind of said, hey, if the president dies or resigns or can't be president, then the vice president is the acting president. And it wasn't clear what happened to the president if he was unable to be president, but the vice president was the acting president. Could the president also still be president? It wasn't clear.
Right.
And they'd had the assassination of John F. Kennedy. So they wanted it, so they were trying to firm up the rules for how things happened. They also clarified how do you replace the vice president, which had never really been that codified. So the 25th Amendment says if the president dies or resigns or whatever, the vice president becomes president.
Right. Not just
Right.
acting.
It's not acting president, becomes president, full powers of the president. It says if the vice president leaves, the president can propose a new vice president, and then majority vote in the House and a majority vote in the Senate, and that person becomes president.
Just like a Supreme Justice.
No, it's only in the Senate. Right? Only the Senate confirms everything except vice presidential replacements, which both houses get to vote on.
Both houses, right.
And then it says, what's the third part of the 25th Amendment? And then the fourth part is the part everyone cares about, mostly, which is
new stuff,
if the,
right?
well, new as of 1969.
The first three sound like they're just clarifying
First three
stuff they
clarifying,
meant
and the
originally.
last one was also clarifying, but substantially clarifying and defining a process.
Okay.
Which is the fourth clause says if the vice president and a majority of the appointed executive officers, majority of the heads of cabinet offices, I think it's a little fuzzier than that. So if the vice president and 7 or 8 of the members of
15
heads of cabinet all agree and write that on a piece of paper, 2 pieces of paper, and send them to the Speaker of the House and the leader of the Senate and the guy in charge of the Senate, the leader of the Senate, then immediately the president loses the ability, the president loses all the powers of the presidency.
Okay.
Until such time as the president says, hey, I'm ready to be president again. And then the 2 houses of Congress have to get together and vote on whether the president is actually able to be president again.
Okay.
And I recall the third one. The third one is the president can send a letter to the House and Senate and say, hey, I'm incapacitated.
I need to take a break.
For a
example,
while.
Like Bush did that twice because he had colonoscopies.
Yeah, and Reagan.
So,
like Reagan did it when he was in the hospital, and then later he had some polyps removed.
Dick Cheney was our president for like a total of like
for
maybe
like 4 days, I think.
I think it's just 8 hours in total. 2 times. Well, no, with Bush.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. Whoa.
Now don't hit the drink, people.
Okay. So I'm being told that it's time to wrap
I
up.
gotta drink fast.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see how many points you got. You got
This is delightful.
I'm gonna give you 200 and 400 and
You got 800 points.
800 points. Good job.
And a free margarita.
Next episode will be October 11th. So it'll be our 100th episode. Don't miss it. Our 100th extravaganza.
Are we doing anything special?
Oh, it's gonna be all special. The entire show will be special.
Always all special.
Have you seen that show before? Stay tuned.
Yeah, it's now.
Next is Deep Connect, and then the Book of Leaf. All right.